Coco Gauff may have just sent a warning to the entire WTA Tour, without saying a single threatening word. Her performances in Canada are doing the talking. And now, tennis analyst and former ATP player Chris Eubanks has pointed out exactly what Gauff's recent performances are telling her rivals. This isn't just about winning another tennis match. It's about confidence. It's about resilience. And most importantly, it's about Coco Gauff reminding the WTA that she is still one of the players nobody can afford to underestimate. So what exactly is the message? And why should Gauff's biggest rivals be paying attention right now? Let's break it down. Coco Gauff is back in the spotlight. Coco Gauff entered the Canadian swing with plenty of attention surrounding her. After all, expectations around Gauff are always enormous. She is a Grand Slam champion. She has already reached the top level of women's tennis. And every time she steps onto the court, opponents know they're facing someone capable of changing the match with her athleticism, defense, and relentless competitiveness. But tennis isn't only about talent. It's about momentum. And right now, Gauff appears to be building exactly that. Her performances in Canada have attracted attention from across the tennis world, including Chris Eubanks. And his message is simple. Gauff is showing her WTA rivals that she is still extremely dangerous. What Chris Eubanks noticed. Eubanks understands professional tennis from both sides. He has competed at the highest level himself, and now he brings that experience to his analysis. So when he talks about Gauff's performances, his perspective carries weight. According to recent reporting, Eubanks believes Gauff's performances in Canada have sent a message to her WTA rivals. And that message isn't necessarily about intimidation. It's about consistency. Gauff is showing that even when things don't go perfectly, she can continue fighting, adjust her game, and find ways to win. That is exactly the kind of quality that separates elite players from everyone else. The message: don't count me out. If there is one message Gauff's rivals should take from this stretch, it is this. Never count Coco Gauff out. That may sound simple, but in professional tennis, it is a huge advantage. A player who refuses to mentally disappear from a match is incredibly difficult to defeat. Gauff has built much of her reputation around her ability to defend, compete, and extend points. And when she combines that with aggressive shot-making, the challenge becomes even bigger for her opponents. One mistake isn't enough. One bad game isn't enough. Even falling behind doesn't necessarily mean the match is over, because Gauff keeps coming. Why this matters for the WTA? The WTA Tour is filled with incredible players. Aryna Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, Jessica Pegula, Elena Rybakina, Amanda Anisimova, and many other stars are capable of winning major tournaments. That is what makes women's tennis so unpredictable. But it also means every player needs to establish a clear identity. Gauff's identity is becoming increasingly obvious. Speed, athleticism, defense, competitiveness, and the ability to fight through difficult moments. And when those qualities are working together, she becomes a nightmare matchup. Coco's biggest advantage may be her mentality. One of the most important parts of Gauff's development has been her mental approach. She has experienced huge victories. She has experienced difficult losses. She has dealt with enormous expectations. And she has learned from all of them. That experience matters. Because the pressure doesn't disappear when you become a champion. In many ways, it becomes bigger. Every opponent wants to beat you. Every tournament expects you to go deep. Every difficult moment becomes a test of your confidence. But Gauff has already experienced that environment. And that can make her extremely dangerous when she finds her rhythm. The rivals are watching. Imagine being one of Gauff's potential opponents right now. You know she can defend almost impossible shots. You know she can turn defense into offense. You know she can survive long rallies. And now you're seeing her gain momentum in Canada. That changes the preparation. You can't simply expect her to make mistakes. You have to earn every point. You have to stay patient. And when you finally create an opportunity, you have to take it. Because against a player like Gauff, missed chances can come back to haunt you. This isn't just about one tournament. That's the bigger story. Gauff isn't trying to prove herself for the first time. She's already done that. She became a Grand Slam champion at the US Open in 2023. She has competed deep into major tournaments. And she has spent years playing against the best players in the world. So this Canadian swing is less about announcing her arrival, and more about reminding everyone what she's capable of. That's an important difference. The young prospect has already become an established star. Now the challenge is maintaining that level consistently. Why Chris Eubanks' comments stand out. Eubanks' comments are interesting because they highlight something fans sometimes overlook. A tennis player's impact isn't always measured by the final score. Sometimes it's about what the performance tells the rest of the tour. If Gauff is moving better, if she's defending better, if she's staying composed, if she's finding ways to win difficult points, then her opponents are taking notice. And that's exactly the kind of message Eubanks believes Gauff is sending. She's telling the WTA that she is ready for another fight. So, what exactly is Coco Gauff's message to her WTA rivals? It's simple. You may beat me on a day when I'm not at my best, but you cannot assume I'm going away. Chris Eubanks has noticed the message. Her rivals are noticing it too. And as the season continues, the real question isn't whether Coco Gauff belongs among the elite. We already know she does. The question is, how far can she go when her confidence, athleticism, and fighting spirit all come together? Because if Coco Gauff continues building momentum like this, the WTA Tour could have a very serious problem on its hands. And the warning has already been delivered on the tennis court. Fire tennis. If you enjoyed this update, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more Coco Gauff and WTA news. Because Coco Gauff's next chapter could be her most exciting one yet.